Hi, happy Thursday. I am Meredith and I am here with our message for the 11th of July, 2024. We got a lot going on cosmically today. Highly recommend you check out the astrology because look at all this. Yeah, that's Thursday. And we have Venus moving into Leo. So yes, I feel we should be taking a look at the astrology with our favorite astrologers, get the messages. So we've got the sun in Cancer, the moon's in Virgo, moving into Libra, Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, all retrograde. And we have a very interesting shuffle. Look at our second position. There are 3 cards sitting there. So let's get into it. What's going on in the energy atmosphere today? What's on offer to us? Hey, now there's a card we rarely see on this tarot table. So I kind of feel the ones that are obscure turn into heavy hitters. That feels like a heavy hitter. We've got the 7 of Swords. And we all know the nickname on this card is the Thief. And as I look at it, I feel like we're discovering a lie we've perpetuated or a story that we've kept alive because we don't want to look at the truth. And you know, you have the character running off with 5 swords. There are 2 left behind, which brings us to 5 of Swords right here in his hands, right? Which is a great inner debate. Then you have the 2 of Swords over here, which gives a nod to obviously the 2 and making a choice and listening to our intuition. It's a 7. So with 7s, we have the opportunity to embrace heaven touching earth in a situation. And I have the sense here the Thief represents a super positive experience of our lives that we have not allowed ourselves to enjoy based on some falsehood, some story we tell ourselves. So check that out for you. Wow, my guides just spoke up and said, when you look in the mirror into your own eyes and say, I love you, without breaking eye contact with yourself, you'll know the truth, and you'll have the strength to speak the truth to yourself. Ooh. Let's see what else we got. Set of 3. The first is, another 7 of Cups. That's kind of cool. Again, this is a card, we do see this one once in a while. It's still rare. So this is us making a decision, taking a look at our options, right? And you're spoiled for choice. Where are you going to go as you are in discovery and exploration with what's coming off the 7 of Swords for you? What are you going to do? Again, heaven touches earth here. And I also have the sense that some of us have been cheating ourselves out of the fullest expression of our loving truth. Imagine what will be when you do that. How free, how liberated, how wonderful. It's going to create some kind of change, which I sense may be the resistance that I'm picking up on between these 2 cards, or the messages that I'm getting from these 2 cards. What's possible? What do you dare to dream? Oh dear. And then there's the 9 of Swords, anxiety, stress, awake in the middle of the night with your thoughts, too much in your head. Although, you know, having it be a 9, you're close to the fulfillment within a situation. And, you know, look at her hands. They're over her face. What's different if she takes her hands away? If we've been having some sort of myopic view of life events that I feel are represented here in the 7 of Cups, and we have choices to make and haven't made the choices to do the upgrade, to do the life journey, soul fulfilling healing, then we leave ourselves locked in this position. So pull your hands away from your face. Look into your own eyes in the mirror. Say, I love you to yourself and get into the truth within your own being. Don't tell yourself stories. That's what I feel is coming out of these cards. There is a much different and better truth, and you are the author of your truth as guided by your own soulful presence. Some aspect of you is shoving whatever the situation is right under your nose. Oh, wow. Third card in the set, Three of Swords. That's why you don't want to look at it. Ooh, baby. This is pain, loss, and sorrow of the past, which is influencing your now. Why is that? Why is that still happening? So typically, I feel when I see the Three of Swords, because it represents pain, loss, and sorrow of the past, I feel like the way it presents in many of the readings and the way that it comes out, we know it's pain, loss, and sorrow of the past. And this one, we don't realize how much energy we've put into maintaining a story that's not serving us, that in fact actually causes anxiety, stress, wakefulness, and can limit our field of options as we experience our world. So we're living with some kind of limit, and the cards are challenging us to push past the limit and see what's on the other side of that. Get uncomfortable with yourself and make a great change. Make a positive, uplifting, fulfilling change for yourself. And I also sense we know what to do. We've been avoiding it though. Eight of Wands, swift moving energy. That's neat because it feels like this is a little window that's opened and we're finally allowing ourselves to see it. You're hearing it here in the reading, though you've had an inkling for days, maybe even weeks, and you've preferred to ignore it. Eight of Wands is like, hey, the energy is really ripe, abundant, and ready to take this on. You have so much support available to you through your own intuition, your own guides and angels, your dearest, closest friends who are your cheerleaders. Start talking. Share this. Share this with the people who mean the most to you. The ones who feel you mean the most to them. These are the folks that will chat with you. They won't engage in pain with you. They'll acknowledge you. They'll validate you, though they won't go down the rabbit hole of, oh, woe is me. No, that's not going to happen. This is a real opportunity to grow. So where's your grit? Nice. Perfect card to have. An 8 and an 8, a 7 and a 7. So fantastic. Here's the Strength card. Have the courage to be vulnerable with yourself. That's why we've got the Nine of Swords sitting there and the Three of Swords as the reminder of whatever events inspired you to feel the way you do about whatever this situation is that you've kind of been telling a story about, not fully actualizing, realizing, or speaking the truth over. It's because of protection for your vulnerable nature. And have you considered just how beautiful your vulnerability is? When you let down the boundary or the wall, or you let the tower fall for yourself. Having the courage to do that, having the courage to look in the mirror, as I said twice before, and say, I love you. Can you be that vulnerable with yourself? If you can certainly take a peek at the situation from long ago that's had you telling a half-truth to yourself. The swift moving energy means it's like pulling off a Band-Aid. Once you finally look at it, you're going to recognize it really is a mouse and not a mountain, right? Not the shadow cast on the wall. It's not that big. It's a tiny little thing, and yet you've been shackled to it and not being liberated, and now is the moment. That's what the Eight of Wands is bringing in. This is the way energy gets woven together, and the cosmos has been really interesting lately. It's all like the pot has been stirred, and we're not going to settle and be at peace within until we deal with whatever this is inside of ourselves. Look to your habits, look to the stories, look to the way you feel about certain events and or people from your past, and you'll have a great clue right there. Let's see what's next. Perfect. There's the Nine of Pentacles. We're going to come out the other side feeling even more self-sovereign. Amazing. I love this card. You know, she's a minor arcana connection to the Empress. We're going to nurture ourselves into some wholeness over some old business that has no business being a part of our now or our oncoming. My feeling here is these two sevens, even though heaven's going to touch earth within us, this is going to be very uncomfortable, though it's temporary. As a dear friend of mine said just the other day, it's impermanent. It only becomes permanent if you keep it alive in the way that your ego chatterbrain can speak on it for yourself. Think of something that you're very challenged with in your self-relationship. There's your first clue. Go into that and tell yourself the truth. Oh, wow. And, you know, this is what awaits you. Generosity, happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction, the courage to live vulnerably, because you've gotten real with yourself over here. And now you're going to weave energy together in a whole new way that is going to bring some really great sunshine into your life. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. How is the universe supporting us behind the scenes? There it is. Five of Wands. There's the discomfort, folks. Gasp. All right. This is an inner debate, an inner battle, and it's a little bit serious, though. It's not like the Five of Swords. You watch. That'll be our next card, right? You might feel bruised. You might feel a little banged up over this, yet it's worth the engagement with yourself. The Moon. You're seeing things in a new light, looking at things in a different way, and something new is about to emerge. You're coming to the end of a cycle with a life circumstance, situation, scenario that you've been keeping alive through your pain, loss, and sorrow of the event, of the experience. Maybe setting limits for yourself with I will never or I will always, and not recognizing how self-protective that is, that it keeps other experiences from knowing true fulfillment and satisfaction in your world because of the wall that's there. So you're going to see things in a new light. The cycle of whatever is going on here with this Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, Seven of Cups is coming to an end. I love that the wands they're in flight too, because I feel like this is our wings popping out. And then the Queen of Wands, beautiful. Bring your fire, you're going to need it. I was listening to a tarot reader recently, and one of the readings that he had done was just full of wands. There's so much heat, there's so much fire everywhere in that reading. And his reminder was, when you take a peek at the personalities and attitudes of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they are a firestorm all on their own up front. What's behind that fire is pure bliss. So bliss awaits you as you go through the fire. So look to your divine feminine as well. This queen will tell it like it is. She tells the truth. She's authentic. She doesn't sugarcoat things, nor is she rude about what she reveals. So just be prepared for an authentic truth that you need to digest and process, because it's time to let go. Seriously. Energetically constipated. That's what my guides just said. You need to become unconstipated. Wow, look, yeah, right? Because the ten of cups is on the other side of that. And you know, that's what the wands are issuing in here on the 8 is the 10 of cups. Ace of cups to the power of 10, which is our love, bliss, joy, happiness overflowing into our world. Oh, hey, no joke that Venus is moving into Leo today. Yet, you know, more fire there. So we've got the planet of love moving into fire. So face your own fire and create this amazing fulfillment and happiness for yourself in the cups. And then you have the 2 of wands. Yeah, it creates a whole new threshold for us to step across for, excuse me. Okay. Bless me. So we're stepping across a threshold into a whole new world of opportunity here on our 2. And then look at this. We have the Fool. Temperance, the Star. You see what's happening there, right? You know it. All right, angel answers. Put your questions, queries to the cards. Ask your own guides and angels for a message. Get confirmation on something. Whoa. I love this. Look at that. Communicate clearly, most especially with yourself. Look with objective eyes and an objective heart. Look with authenticity at whatever event that comes to mind that you are telling yourself a story about still, and communicate clearly with yourself. I know, I can hear you. Some of you are like, what are you talking about? I live with myself. I'm okay. Watch your language. Especially if you can think of an event, and I'm sure everybody can. I certainly can. What's your position with it? What kind of posture do you take with it? Are you being righteous in some way? Righteousness is another form of self-protection. Well, yeah, can you hear your own self as you think about it? Well, I chose to do blah, blah, blah. Ask yourself, is there a limit placed on that so you can feel better? That 9 of Swords is exposing it. And it's exposing the 3 of Swords, which, if you subtract the 3 from that 9, you get the 6. There's an opportunity here to move on. Look at that. Seriously, the situation will improve. Yes, it will. Emphatic success, even. These cards are amazing today. They're amazing every day. What am I talking about? And don't stop, because you got big, happy changes. Woo! All right. Final word on the reading today from angels and ancestors. Whoa, that's way too many. How is our soulful presence informing our waking consciousness? Well, I think the tarot cards beat that message home today. Okay. We've got Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. All right, I'm skipping the definition on that card because I feel like we're taking down a shield that we've put up around our vulnerability. We don't need it. Our courage is our shield, if there must be one at all. Our vulnerability too. Be that with divine pride. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic Thursday. Peace, love, joy. Woo, namaste.